See your pubes?
I didn't see any nipples.
I saw her nipples.
Oh, well,
I was hunting.
Yeah.
I'm constantly on a move.
You're a nipple hunter.
I'm a man. I'm a nipple hunter.
I didn't see nips. Then again,
I think you imagined nips. You wanted to see them so badly that.
Not really. I mean, it wasn't like I was.
I don't think you could be the best, judge of that.
Of whether I'm on.
Yeah, of whether or not you imagine them.
I mean, I have a pretty good TV, is all I'm saying, and I've calibrated it pretty perfectly.
I mean, I was looking for nipple too, and I didn't. So I think
I'm gonna put up some screenshots.
Look,
okay.
Let's get a baby, 3 months old.
No.
And see if it tries to suck.
See if it tries to suck the TV. No. That's the best way.
It's the only way.
It's the only way.
Okay.
No.
You want to do some God or Lover?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
This is a game. Yeah.
God or Lover is America's newest game sensation.
You can play too.
It's where I read lyrics from a song, and you have to determine if they are
contemporary Christian rock,
written as a tribute to
the Lord,
or if they're heathenistic, secular lyrics written by someone who's going to go to hell. No. So let's start.
Who invented this game?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It's invented. It's trademarked. It's an Into Dorkness trademark. Okay. My love, there's only you in my life. The only thing that's bright. My first love. Your every breath that I take. Your every step I make. Is that God? Or is that lover?
I'm going to say God.
I was going to say God too, yeah.
You are both incorrect.
Fucking goddamn it.
That is Lionel Richie and Diana Ross with Endless Way.
Oh.
Sorry.
Alright.
I feel like I should know my Diana Ross.
I should really know my Lionel Richie.
Okay, number 2.
Go ahead.
I am falling. I am falling in love. I am falling in love. I am falling in love with you.
God.
Are you saying God because she said God?
No, I'd say God anyway.
That is correct. That is Paul Baluch.
There's a dude who's gay for God.
With Falling. 1 for 1. So
One
far,
for two.
1 for 2. You're so far. I can't count. And Sean's doing better than he has ever, I think, in this game.
I usually get 1 of 3.
No ocean, no valley, no mountain too high, no power on earth, there's no distance too wide, no height or no depth could keep me from your love.
Lover.
That's God.
Oh.
I thought for sure.
Well, I wanted to.
Well, it sounded. I was wondering if maybe it was the lyrics from "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" from Martin Gaye.
Yeah.
Martin Gaye.
Or someone who wanted to write
Marvin Gaye, classic.
No, that's Citizen Way. With nothing ever (parentheses)
just
could ever
to prove
separate
that
us.
My religion is valid. Sex is God.
There you go.
Only God's between a woman's legs.
Yep. Thank you.
So, ladies, you're all carrying God out there.
There you go.
Knew it.
I for sure thought you guys would get that with the imagery of the ocean and the valleys. And
I mean, if Marvin Gaye hadn't been in my head, if Marvin Gaye hadn't been in my head, that's what.
If Martin Gaye hadn't been.
If Martin Gaye hadn't traipsed into my brain.
You ready for some Trek talk?
Let's do it. Becca, you're dismissed if you'd like to.
I'm already sandwiched in here.
All right. Turn the computer back. The people can't hear me.
They can hear you just fine.
Can they?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. Datalore is the first episode we watched. The Enterprise is headed to Data's, I put quote, home planet.
The planet where he was discovered.
Yeah, where he was built as well.
Yes.
I mean.
Yeah, but they don't know that. They just know he was discovered there. They're on their way to someplace else, but they've got a few hours, so they're going to make a pit stop at Data's home planet to see, like, hey, maybe we can unravel the mystery of this incredible robot who lives on our spaceship.
He's not on the bridge out chilling by himself because they think it's all too much for him. Mm-hmm. But Wesley finds him practicing sneezing in the most adorable way.
Yeah.
I missed that scene, but I would really
like he's just standing there going achoo.
Yep.
And they head down to the planet and discover it's dead. Yay! Dead planet! So they go to where Data was found, where he was discovered. And
Geordi finds a door.
And there's like a hidden underground bunker. They find a lab, which Data vaguely remembers. And
Edward Scissorhands style.
They end up finding a Data head. And original Data is like, oh crap, like, here are all the parts. We got to put them back together.
Right.
And so
they take him up to the ship.
Yeah, they start putting them back together.
Right, and Dr. Crusher gets a sneak peek at Data's off switch so that they can figure out how to activate him.
Yeah, and he's like, don't you fucking tell anybody.
I will snap your neck. I will disassemble you.
Well, she's like, why? And he's like, well, like, if you had an off switch, wouldn't you want to, like, people not to know? And she's like...
Where's his Spanish
she strokes
mode?
her beard.
Like, yeah, exactly. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, no, like, I'm a human and people inherently trust me, so...
I don't have that problem.
I don't have that problem, you...
You abomination.
You affront to God.
Tell me how to kill you.
So, Riker and LaForge begin asking Data awkward questions. So Picard tells them to shut their pie holes and grow the fuck up. Because they're just like...
What are they asking him?
Anal questions.
Well, they're asking him like stuff. I don't remember exactly what they're asking. It's just like awkward, like maybe like sex stuff. I don't know. I don't remember now.
Like, do you know how to eat pussy? Were you programmed for pussy eating?
What's the weirdest thing you ever put up your butt?
Yeah.
Do
like,
you even have a butthole?
Do you have sex with men and women, or you only like?
And Picard's like, "Shut up, both of you."
Grow up.
And they're like snickering. Picard asks, which one came first, and then all of a sudden, the
Data
the Data 2.0 wakes up, and he was like, "Oh, like I was built first, but I was found imperfect, so they created him," and points to their Data,
right?
To replace.
He says that he was built, right? He's like,
I was built first. No, he says that Data was built first.
Right.
Says like he was built first.
But found him perfect.
But found him perfect, so they created me to replace him. Like, what a fucking dick.
Well, we're gonna... That's only the start of his dickery.
Also, his name's Lore.
Which is cute, because Lore is a more primitive form of Data, right? It's cute!
Yeah, it's adorable.
But the name of the episode's kind of annoying.
Datalore. So... Lore claims to have been built second. He's like, I was second. Number 2.
More human.
I am second.
I am second. Many allusions to God in this episode.
Yes.
So Lore's on the bridge, and they're teaching him how the ship sails through the cosmos. And,
right.
Riker asks him a question about an angle and a triangle and hypotenuses or whatever. I don't know math.
He asked him some geometry.
I guess. I don't know.
Awkward questions.
And Lore does his weird like twitchy face thing. And
he
doesn't answer.
Does this, like little smirk.
And Data shames him off the bridge and tells him to play it cool and not be a dick. And then Lore reveals that some dude named Dr. Soong built them. Lore calls him often wrong Soong.
Yep.
But then reveals that is like, oh, but he was actually right about everything. And he built us, and he actually built you second. I was first.
I made the colonists uncomfortable.
And yeah, basically like I was built too human.
Right.
So I was like, there's a dude who acts like a human, but has like the strength and knowledge of an android.
Right.
So of course he's like the biggest fucking asshole ever.
Yep. All the human failings, none of the human weaknesses.
Lore sings a little song and promises to teach Data the way of the humans.
I don't remember the song.
It was it's like a nursery rhyme, wasn't it? I don't remember. I should take
Dickory Doc.
I should take more extensive notes.
Lore sucked Data's cock.
There you go.
What?
This got sexy all of a sudden this episode.
I don't know how they filmed it.
There's
only one Brent Spiner.
It was very tasteful.
Camera.
No, but I mean, like, how do you actually film 2 Datas having sex? You've only got one of the actors.
Well, you don't see the head. I mean, you know,
just see it gold painted.
It's not like that episode of Conan O'Brien when we were kids where you see the 2 Max Weinbergs making love and they're rubbing noses.
No, it's not like that.
Okay. You remember that?
I do.
That was a
weird.
That's a long ago joke.
Weird that you immediately went to that.
It haunts me to this day. Well, no one should ever fuck anybody who looks exactly like them.
Well, you dated a girl who looked a lot like you.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you?
No. She didn't look anything like me. She didn't have a beard. She wasn't balding.
Okay, fair enough. So Data's all like, thanks, whatever. Which and he leaves, which allows Lore to start fucking shit up. He ends up poisoning Data and reveals that there's this crystal entity that ate the colonists. That's why the planet's dead.
Right, and gave him all their knowledge, right?
And he's planning on letting it eat the Enterprise crew. And
the crystal will give him all their knowledge. He wants more data. He wants more lore.
So Data's poisoned and he's out. He's done for.
And Lore does a thing to his face to give him his facial twitch.
And he switches clothes with him.
Right.
He undresses Data.
He makes Data naked.
I mean, you don't see it, but
he makes Data naked.
He takes Data's clothes off, sees his robot wiener.
Just like we do with Barbie dolls.
Yeah,
compares it to his own.
And he's like, oh.
Well, that's
and they
standard.
both gave us a hump.
It's like, well, he was built second. I would,
Right. It makes sense. He was improved.
So Lore, disguised as Data, goes back to the bridge. Is nearly outed by Wesley because thanks to his weird twitchy face thing.
Right.
Because he's like, oh, I'm impersonating. Like he's acting as Data. He's like, oh, I'm impersonating Lore. Ha ha ha. And Wesley is a clever little turnip.
Yep.
Because he's like, well, you shouldn't really impersonate him. Because I noticed you said like we have instead of we've.
Right.
Which is what Data would have said. Because that's how he talks. And
he
Lore
knows contractions.
Yeah, Lore knows contractions and you don't, so I guess you're Data.
Right.
Wesley is a little
Wesley
clever guy.
always has the answer.
He's a clever
and
little guy. I
ever,
love Wesley.
If Wesley and Worf ran the ship, they would never get into any trouble.
Wesley tells his mama that he thinks that Data has been Lore as Data said like, oh, I turned Lore off.
Yep.
Because he's acting a fool. And Wesley tells his mama that. And Crusher's like, Data, I thought you didn't want anyone to know that you had an off switch. Like, why are you telling Wesley this? And Lore's all like, I trust you guys now.
We're best friends.
Yay. They see the crystal entity and everyone's like, oh, butt fuck. What the fuck is that? And Picard's like, Data, question Lore about that. And Wesley's all like, fuck that noise. That guy's acting weird. I don't know something seems off. And Picard literally tells him to shut up.
Wesley, shut
up! And Riker's like, I'm in charge of him. I take full responsibility. Like,
Wesley, stop being a dick.
And so he's like, and Picard's like you're off the bridge for right now. Go to your room.
You're grounded.
And so Data, quote Data, goes to talk to quote Lore. And Wesley's like, this is fucking stupid. Like, if I'm going to be off the bridge anyways, I'm going to say this is fucking stupid, something's up, and you guys would listen to me.
Your shit's fucked up, you're retarded.
You talk like a homo, and if you listen to me, you would listen to me if I was an adult. It's fucking Bogota. And so Lore tricks Wesley and Riker into leaving, and then, they go to, they join...
It's a cargo bay, right?
That they join... Wesley and Riker join Lore to go check on Data. Well, they join Data. This is all very confusing. It's hard to explain.
It's a comedy
fake
errors.
Data to real Data.
Right.
Whatever. Lore kicks Data's head like a dick. He just kind of gives
Seriously,
a little like.
He opens his head.
He
kicks him so hard that one of his panels falls open.
Yep. So fake Data returns to the bridge, and he was like, "Oh, I can talk to the attacking crystal entity now." And Picard was like, "Word? Like, why didn't you say that before?" And he was like, "Anyways,
do you want me to talk to it?"
Like, hey, this is Data. Stop attacking." And it does. So everyone's like, "Oh, he's cool." So actually, this is where Wesley's like, "Hey, Captain, this is bullshit," and Picard's like, "Shut up."
For the last goddamn time.
And Wesley tells him that he's a fucking asshole.
Right.
And both him and his mama both leave. Because he's like that's when he sends him to his room.
Right.